Hi, welcome. Excuse me. Welcome to my channel. Today's topic is going to be, or the question that I want to ask is, why are so many African Americans leaving the States in droves and coming to my country, Ghana, West Africa, the African continent? Why are so many people, so many African Americans specifically, and some white people actually, but mostly specifically African Americans leaving the States and coming to Ghana? And some even going as far as becoming citizens of Ghana, of my country in Africa. Why? Before I get into that, hit the like button, please subscribe and share this video. Let's get into it. Why are they leaving? Why are they coming here and not wanting to go back to the United States? The answer is very simple. The racism is just too much. The racism is just unbearable. The killing, the injustices, the blatant racism in the States is just too much for some people, to the point where you're leaving the States and coming here. Not to mention, my president, Nana Akufo-Addo, he's got a program that he's called what? The Year of a Return, that he's literally willing to give citizenships and land to to African Americans that move back. People in the diaspora, or African Americans that move back to our country. Or not, the program is not going on everywhere in every country in Africa, but specifically in mine and in certain African countries, the program is going on. You come here, he gives you land, and you can apply for citizenship. And some people are taking great advantages of that. I don't blame them for wanting to leave the States. There is peace here. There is quietness here. You're treated like a human being. You're treated with kindness. You're treated with love. Cost of living is cheap now. There are certain parts of Ghana that, like everywhere else, is very expensive, especially in the city. In some parts of the city, like, rent can go as far as $2,000. No lie. But in most parts of the country, the basic cost of living is very, very cheap. $10 can get you dinner. It can get you dinner, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Literally, not just dinner, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So you're leaving because there's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than just living in fear. There's nothing worse than driving on a highway in a street somewhere, and just the moment you see a cop car, you just tense up or you become afraid. That is not living. That is just too stressful. And then there's nothing worse than just thinking, okay, you see a cop car, your life might end that day. Nothing worse than that. And so I don't blame a lot of African Americans or a lot of people literally simply leaving the United States because it's just too much. I don't blame them also for coming here, because here it's year-round sun. Like I've said in my other videos, like it's year-round sun. The cost of living, you can buy food for as little as $1. You can buy groceries for as little as $1. Yesterday I went to get some, and I should have just brought it to show out. I got some mushrooms, and it was just 5 cedis. The currency here is CD. It was just 5 cedis, which is less than, that's like 50 cents. For something that probably would have cost me $5 to $6 or $7 in the States, right? It's very, very cheap here, and you can build. If you're retired, you can live on your retirement. That's what I'm doing, right? And then you can start your own business here. There's just so many opportunities here. And so that's why so many people are leaving from the States and coming to Ghana and not going back. Some come to visit, they check out the scene, they check out the country, they go back, prepare, and then come back and never go back again. And then some also come back to see their roots, because here, my country is one of the countries that, the slave trade also happened, and we have not just monuments, we have castles that were built by the Dutch and the Portuguese in those era, or in that time, to trade the slaves, and those monuments still exist. Some people come here to look at it. I mean, it's the saddest thing to come to trace your roots and see where your ancestors left from, and then having to deal with, the ramifications of that, and then going back. And so you don't have to stay in the States and be stressed. You don't have to live in fear of your life and for your life in the States. You need to move if you can. Get yourself together, research, arrange get yourself together, get organized, and arrange to leave. Come check this country out. If you like it, you stay. And I know you will love it, because most people that come here do not go back. Do not go back. You will live freely here without fear. You will be among like-minded people, like skin-toned people, and you wouldn't have to deal with the stresses and the foolishness and the craziness. You know, I fear for a lot of, you know, my people, meaning African Americans in the States. I fear for them, especially for our black brothers, to drive every day knowing that you're going to be profiled, you're going to be, there's a possibility of you being killed by just doing the wrong thing, saying the wrong thing, you know, by just even moving your hand. Trying to even get your phone can get you killed. And so this is why so many people are moving here in this country and not going back. And so if you get the chance, you need to check out this continent. If not in my country that you want to come to, just come to Africa and check the continent out for yourself. You owe that to yourself. It's that important. Come check it out, and then you can decide for yourself what to do next. Because living in the States is not easy. I wouldn't recommend it, especially for any African Americans. And I know there are a lot of people that just start thinking like, okay, how do I get started? Research. Just go on the internet. Research the plane ticket, research the visa, research getting your passport if you don't have one. And then take the trip and come and see it for yourself. And I guarantee you, guaranteed. Now, some people come here, they look around, they stay, or they go back, and then years later they come back. But I know of plenty of people that are here that have become citizens of this country. I mean, there's so many famous people that have come here. I know Isaac Hayes was here, Dionne Warwick was here, Steve Harvey was here, Beyonce was here, and I think, who else was here? I forgot her name, but anyway, some of these famous rappers, they come here, they do concerts here, and mostly when people come, they just don't want to go back because it's so peaceful, and you can live quietly, you can live cheaply, you can live like a king or queen here. So this is what I wanted to, this is the little advice that I wanted to just share with the world. But why, and the question that I wanted to ask, why are so many African Americans leaving the States and coming to Ghana and not going back? And so if you like this video, share it, subscribe, and thank you for watching.